Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
You can go around the world and not find a better beer than Samuel Adams. Always a good decision.
Bazinga.
Subscribe to Just M1ke Plays, right, for all you can see without the use of a PC.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well and welcome back to episode 3 of my one save here with New England Revolution on Football Manager 2019 Touch. Now we're starting from the financial screen purely because I'm ripping it off from second yellow card and the Northman, purely because it doesn't give any information away about league position, anything like that. So as you can see at the moment, we're still doing okay. Not too good. Obviously we've lost £67,000 this month, but I'm not too worried at the moment. If I continue to see that happen, then I'm going to have to look at a few things. But overall, as I said, we are kind of obviously currently over the limit. We're just on the limit of our wage budget. So, but hopefully, as I said in the last episode, once Downer gets off that will drive down, and hopefully we'll start seeing some profit coming back into the club. But in today's episode, we're going to obviously going through the fixtures that we've played off camera, go through the results of those, and then also some tactical changes. Now I just want to let you guys know that this is being recorded prior to the last episode actually even going live. So that video is scheduled at the moment and it's not gone live, but there will be a video every single Wednesday at 6 PM British Standard Time. So, and hopefully some of you guys might give me a little bit of feedback on my tactics, how I can improve. Although to be fair, I think I've kind of figured something out myself, and we'll go through that as I mentioned in today's video. But before we kind of get into that, we're going to have a look at the fixtures that I played off camera and see if things have turned around. So as you remember, we started off the season with a 3-1 loss to Philadelphia, a very underwhelming performance, and to be fair, the scoreline doesn't really give you an indication of how the game was. It probably should have ended up, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, at least 4 or 5-0 to Philadelphia. We were lucky to grab the one goal we did. And yeah, it was just something that I kind of needed to get away from as quickly as possible and go away, have a look at the tactics again and see if I can work something out. They then had Colorado in the next game. Oops, I've accidentally clicked on Colorado's team and now a player. Let's find our way back to the right screen. There we go. So off the back of the loss at Philadelphia, I did kind of go away, tinker around a little bit with the formation and tactics and that kind of stuff. And we've then got a 1-0 loss to Colorado. A much better performance, as you can see there. Some players like Diego Fernandez on this game just not really putting in a shift at all, along with really Christian Pineda as well. It was the attacking third that let us down here. We seem to be doing a lot of work in that kind of attacking third, but then just not enough clinical balls into the middle really to kind of work our way into any kind of scoring position. We did have 5 shots, as you can see, on target there. Didn't convert any of those, but a much better performance. This one seemed to be like we're heading in the right direction. I would say on the day though that Colorado probably did deserve the points because they took their chances, whereas we didn't. However, saying that, it was a much improved performance. Next up was our first 3 points of the season, and this was actually in a game which I was very worried about off the back of the last 2 performances. But this time round, we managed to scrape a 1-0 victory. Juan Agudelo getting man of the match as well in this one, an 8.3 rating, a goal, and yeah, it was a really good performance to be fair. I brought on the youngster, Victor, I think it was about 63 minutes into the game, and it was his assist, and to be fair, it was a lovely ball into the back post. And Juan Agudelo peeled away from his marker and managed to bury it in. For me, it was quite lucky on the day that the kind of front attacking 4 of New York were kept quiet. Our defence stood really firm, and that was again slight tweak on the formation this time round, which I think led to me actually getting the 3 points in this game. As you can see from the left hand side of the screen, we have now got a defensive midfielder, Scotty Caldwell, putting a shift and a half in this game. He was all over the place. He was wherever we needed him, he was there, and yeah, it was a really, really solid performance from him. Obviously, Diana picked up an injury, so Annie Barbar had to come into the back, and as you see, a 7.5 rating, an absolute stunning performance from Annie Barbar that time round. But yeah, much better ball retention, and also as well, game management was key in this game. Off the back of that, a morale winning high against New York City FC. We went to Houston and managed to get another 3 points on the board. Again, you can see a very evenly fought contest on paper. And to be fair, we kind of fired out of the blocks nicely, and Wagadello grabbing goal in the 7th minute for us, but then Houston to only respond a few moments later. It was a really good game, to be fair. It was one of the best games I've seen in this. It was kind of almost like a basketball game at some points. It was kind of what you attack, then we attack, then you attack. And it was kind of just, we luckily on the day were more clinical. It does look like that, Houston came in it towards the second half. But that was purely, again, from my point of view, game management from this one. Was as soon as we went 3-1 up, it was all about containing the ball, retaining that possession, and just trying to keep the ball as long as we could, not really giving them an opportunity, sitting slightly deeper, just keeping control of the ball, not trying anything too risky, and just managing the game out. Unfortunately, they did grab a goal. I then went slightly more, I would say, attacking it in a sense, just to make sure that we were going... getting the ball up the pitch, but then a lot of time wasting happened. I just managed to see the game out, and overall though, it was a really solid performance. So before we head over to today's live comment, we will have just a quick look at the tactics. Please bear in mind the starting 11 on the screen at the moment may change. This is just from the last game, so I haven't picked my starting 11 for today's game. I've got to look into the report and everything that I've been given by my scouting team and see what I can work out from there. And I'll talk about that in the lineup screen. But as you can see, we've gone for a balanced mentality now. We've got that deeper kind of central defensive midfielder there, Scotty Caldwell, doing really well in that position as well. And that just really helps solidify that kind of position, because what I kind of noticed as I was watching the game unfold, that yes, we get the ball forward, we've got a lot of options, but then when we kind of got caught on the break almost at end point, it was just the flat back four. There was nothing kind of tracking back, even with a box-to-box midfielder. It wasn't really working. This kind of seems to solve that, and it's kind of what's been working at the moment. So we're going to keep building on this, tinkering with it as and when we need to be. As I said, I'm going to have a look at the team report that I've been given for today's match against Montreal, and have a look if there's anything I need to change. But overall, this seems to be working quite well. We've got enough numbers when we're attacking going forward. Callum Rowe joins the attack, and Shaughnessy even when need be. And then obviously when we're getting caught on the break, we've got the likes of the back four. We've got Caldwell and Shaughnessy joining in that, and Callum Rowe if at all need be. But yeah, it's working quite well. So I'm really happy with it. As I said, the in possession stuff hasn't really changed as much. I think in transition, we've actually turned off the counter press. We've gone to regroup now. So I want the players getting back into position as early as come. We've also distributed now to the playmaker as well. So we're actually not utilising the flanks as much. Although to be fair, the playmakers' main instruction is to then get it out wide, but it's nice to kind of get the ball into the middle, then work it out wide, and then put the ball into the box for one, and that's been working quite well. I did try Teal up there, but I thought that might be there for the option, but it wasn't the answer, so one's gone back up top now. But yeah, overall, I'm kind of happy with this. If you guys, again, can see anything that you think might need a little bit more work on, I will just show you the roles that I've got each player playing in there as well. I've got Caldwell sitting in as a half-back, a ball-winning midfield, a Mazzala, and then two wingers, and then a pressing forward. As I said, this is what's working at the moment. Hopefully, I'm not expecting to win every single game, but for the time being, along with me working on a few set-piece tactics and all that kind of stuff, seems to be working quite well. Before we head over to our featured game at Gillette Stadium, where it will be Montreal Impact taking on New England Revolution, we've just got a few words from today's sponsor.
Mr. Soft, won't you tell me why the world in which you're living is so strange? Oh, Mr. Soft, how come everything around you is so soft and rearranged?
Bite through the shell of a Trebor spearmint soft mint, and everything turns chewy and soft. They're crispy on the outside.
New England Revolution versus Montreal Impact about to kick off here at Gillette Stadium. But let's have a quick look at the lineups. We have got the New England Revolution lining up in a 4-1-4-1 formation with Matt Turner starting in goal. We have a back four from left to right of Lamour, Delamea, Mancien and Bai. We've got Scotty Caldwell sitting in as a defensive midfielder. In front of him we have Callum Rowe and Shaughnessy. On the left we have Christian Pinilla. On the right we have Felix, and up top we have Juan Agadello. The Montreal Impact are lining up a strong 4-2-1-3 formation. Key men to look out for them is obviously striker Vargas as well as Parks. It's going to be an interesting battle, so let's get underway. Boys and girls, let's see if we can kind of continue this little run of form we've got at the moment. It's not been too bad. This new kind of formation seems to be working okay. So we do have a bit of pressure to deal with here as the Mordors clear it out to Christian Pinilla now. Can we hit them on the break? Pinilla plays a lovely ball forward. Juan Agudelo, though, is beaten to the header as they have the ball now on the left-hand side. They play it back to their left back, who plays it forward. Shaughnessy that intercepts that, plays it now to Callum Rowe. Callum Rowe with a lovely ball. Agudelo chases it down. Can he do? Oh, lovely save there from the goalkeeper. And the defender follows it up and clears it off the line. But Brandon By now with the ball on the... Oh, he's actually... Oh, surely that was a foul there. As Montreal do look to break on us, though. They've got an opportunity to play the ball through there. It is played through. Oh, lovely tackle there from Lamore at left back. Another long ball played over to Juan Agudelo. I'm not playing a direct possession as such, or a long ball or anything like that. I have told them to play a pretty basic standard of passing the ball around. And we do seem to be going rather long ball direct style at the moment. Actually, I'm just going to slow this down because it's slightly too fast at the moment. So just bear with me 1 second. Well, that was pretty intense, wasn't it? So I've slowed things down, hopefully, so it's a little bit easier for me to commentate on, as Parks has the ball now for Montreal in the middle, plays it inside, has a lot of time and space, plays a lovely ball outside to the right now. Sanya now, he's always going to be pretty dangerous, plays it back inside. Parks picks up the ball again. They're playing some nice football now. Montreal is a player out onto the left-hand side with a lot of time and space here. The player finds the ball into the box, and it's 1-0. Well, that was all too easy there. 7 minutes in, and we are 1-0 down, and we are at home as well. Remember that, guys. This is a place that I wanted to make into a fortress, but just watch this, how much space he has out on that left-hand side as the defence are drawn in to kind of pick up the three men there. He just plays it inside as the defender gets dragged out, and it's all to 4 players round him there, and he just still manages to bury it past Matt Turner, and not the start we wanted, really. 17 minutes in now, and nothing of note to really commentate on so far, as it does look like they're having the more opportunities in the match so far, though. It might be something that I'll need to have a look at and address in tactically, as we don't seem to be creating anything of any note at the moment. Okay, we're nearly half an hour in now, and still just nothing has happened at all. Like, there's literally been no highlights. I don't know what's going on here. It seems to be a game which is kind of bogged down in midfield, but they are having shots. Just doesn't seem to be anything that's worth showing, I'm presuming. It seems a little more has been quite error prone today, but obviously I couldn't have seen that because literally nothing's happened. Right, and there we have it, half time. I'm not even joking. There seems to be shots and shots on target, but for some reason there was literally no highlights. I don't know what is going on, but you didn't miss anything. I literally sat there, there was no highlights. So I'm not even too sure what's going to make it into the video at this point. But it's Noon Revolution 0, Montreal Impact 1, and I've got a lot of work to be done in this second half. Right, second half is underway. Let's hope that this can be a much more entertaining second half, as that first half, apart from the goal, literally no other highlights pretty much happened. It was quite mind-numbing. But I've made a few little tweaks here and there, and hopefully we can come out in the second half and get things done. Got a corner now. Callum Rowe to take this one. Plays the ball into the mix, but it's dealt with. Agudelo now back out to Callum Rowe once more. Rowe drives the ball into the box, but it's dealt with once more. Only as far as Caldwell. Rowe back to Scotty Caldwell. Back to Rowe. Agudelo. No, Lamore now on the overlap. Plays the ball into the box. Juan. Shaughnessy. Decent save. We do keep the ball alive, but Christian Pinilla has given the ball back to them and they've cleared it. That's our best and pretty much only opportunity we've seen to date. And it looks it was a little bit scrappy, but if we would have scored out of it, I definitely would have taken it. Bush now with a long ball forward. Hopefully we're not going to get beaten by one long ball forward. It's Parks now. Plays a lovely ball out to the left-hand side, well controlled. But he plays it. Felix now with a long ball over the top, but it's going to be dealt with. Oh no, it's a mistake. Agudelo through, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and it's there. Juan Agudelo, 4th goal of the season. It's New England Revolution 1, Montreal Impact 2. A clinical counter-attack indeed. And it's been a pretty drab affair, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, but we definitely will take that as we see this lovely ball by Felix. Well, it wasn't actually that much of a lovely ball. Fanny really should have dealt with that one there, but a little slip from Fanny. Yeah, that's childish. But Agudelo calmly and collectedly puts the ball into the back of the net as he was through one-on-one with the goalkeeper. As I said, it's New England Revolution 1, Montreal Impact 1. Right, let's freshen things up there. Christian Pinier not having the impact that we were hoping for on that left-hand side. I'm going to give the youngster a go. I could bring on Diego, but I think I'm actually going to give Victor a run out on that left-hand side, as he has been a little bit of an impact sub. And I think, to be fair, I'm going to bring off Felix as well and put Diego on that right-hand side. So a change to the 2 players in behind the striker. And let's see if they can weave their magic. Callum Rowe stands over the ball. It's just drilled into the defensive wall there, as he's got the ball. Where's he going with this one? He's going all the way back, and he's actually fouled there. He could have played it at any time. I'm not too sure what he was just dwelling on the ball with. But we do actually get a free kick, but obviously I'm presuming it comes to nothing. A free kick, oh no, sorry, a throw-in from him on the right-hand side. Vargas now with the ball, plays it back to the right-hand side of Silva. Silva plays a ball into the box, back post. It is actually won in the air, but a decent save, a pretty even easy save for Matt Turner there. They've got another opportunity now, as they have a free kick deep inside their own half. Plays the ball into Parks now. They're passing the ball around quite nice here. It's a nice build-up play. Lovely ball over the top. Lamore, oh, I'm not too sure. Oh, what is going on? It's the first VAR incident of my tenure in charge here of the New England Revolution. The referee is going over. We're just seeing he's to give a free kick, but he's wanting to know, is it actually a penalty or was it outside the box? So this is going to be interesting what he's going to give here. Come on, referee. It's actually happened outside the box, and it's going to be a free kick. I like that. I like that a lot. That's good to see. But it is right on the edge of the box, though. There, Silva just drills the ball into the defensive wall, and it's now a corner to the Montreal Impact. As you can see, I've gone attacking now. I kind of want to get the 3 points out of this, but at the same time, this couldn't be a bad move from me in terms of game management. We should maybe just be playing possibly to get the point out of this one, but we do. Well, no, we shouldn't. We're at home. Victor there with a lovely dispossessing pass as they are shouting for a free kick. But yeah, we've not had the best second half. To be fair, obviously I know we have scored, but it still seemed like it is them in the ascendancy. But I've still got one substitution left, so maybe one last roll of the dice. Got a free kick again. Callum Rowe this time to loft the ball into the back post. It's Calderwell. I couldn't even say his name then. Got caught in between Scott and Calderwell. And yeah, he had a decent opportunity there, but it's been forced behind for a corner. Callum Rowe to come over to take across this corner now. He plays it deep into the back post, and it's been dealt with. I'm pretty certain that's not what the corner routine I've set up for them is. Well, it's definitely not, because I know it's not. That's an awful pass there, as they can actually look to potentially spring a counter-attack, but it obviously came to nothing. Just under 10 minutes left to go. I'm going to bring off Shaughnessy. He's not in a bad game, to be fair. Just going to bring Casado on, though, just for a fresh pair of legs on the pitch, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, just to see the game out now. It does look like it's possibly going to be a 1-1 draw, but who knows. Last few moments of the game now, just seeing that we're coming a little bit back into the game, as Mancian now has a free kick just inside their half. Agadello, Victor, on this left-hand side, plays it out to Lamore. Lamore back post! There he is, Diego Fundunga's second goal of this season, and a lovely substitution made by myself there to bring on Diego and yeah, grab us the winning, well, potentially the winning goal. A nice work. Callum Rowe there had loads of time and space. Plays out. Victor, I thought he was going to play a first time ball there, but uses a little bit of footballing knowledge there. Plays it outside to the Moore. He's in a better opportunity. Diego just peels away from the defender and buries it into that top corner. He's not very tall, Diego is, so losing a header to him is probably not the. It's probably actually harder to lose a header to Diego Fundunga, but all said and done, it's a goal and potentially 3 points for the Revolution. Last few moments here now. We've got 4 minutes of added on time. 3 minutes. Here we go. This is potentially going to be the last highlight of the game. Are we about to squeeze another goal like this one? Fundunga now on the right-hand side. He's going to play it back to Bai. He does. Brandon Bai now into Scotty Caldwell. Caldwell back out to Brandon Bai. Some nice patient build-up here. Diego. Oh, he's done his man there. Plays the ball in for some reason. Could have had a go himself there. He's he's got a left foot, but who cares? We've won 2-1. A pretty scrappy deal, to be fair. If I'm going to be perfectly honest, wasn't the smoothest of victories. I think we kind of came into our own a little bit in that second half, which went slightly more attacking, as you can see from the stats on your screen. And it was a fairly even game, to be honest. I suppose it could have gone either way, but I'm going to take it. It's 3 points. it's on a live com as well. That very rarely happens. I generally lose all my games on live comms. But yeah, 3 points, boys. Let's go. So I actually forgot to do this in the last episode, so I do apologise. And I've only just kind of remembered now that we were predicted to actually finish 14th. Now this is in the Supporters' Shield, so the overall combined league table, not obviously in the Eastern Conference, because finishing 14th is impossible. But as you can see, that the media Dream Team 11 there does not contain any New England Revolution players. Hopefully we can prove a few of them people wrong and get 1 or 2 players inside that starting 11, as you do see the likes of Ibra and David Villa up top. We've then got obviously Michael Bradley, Carlos Vela as well in there. So there's some very good players. For some reason they're playing Schweinsteiger as a centre back, but yeah, it's going to be hard for some of my players to get in there, but hopefully at the end of the season we could prove a few people wrong and get a few players in there. So let's have a quick look where we're sitting now in the Eastern Conference. At the moment we are sitting 5th, so we're in kind of contention at the moment. 5 games played, obviously 9 points from those, a goal difference of 0. But if we do look here at the, how do we see the overall, there we go, Supporters' Shield. Overall we are actually sitting 5th as well. Atlanta sitting top, and they've only actually played 4 games, as well as New York Red Bull on 4 games, and Colorado for some reason as well, only playing 3 games so far. So yeah, a little bit of a mixed bag there, but you can see the likes of DC, Dallas and Orlando at the bottom, and not really dissimilar to kind of how things I suppose were going in real life with DC and Orlando. But obviously the introduction of Wayne Rooney to not Orlando, I meant to click on DC there. DC was, he's here, isn't he? I'm pretty certain he must be in their team. Where is he? There he is, yeah, Wayne Rooney. So he's on their roster at the moment. So yeah, obviously he came along to DC United partway through the season and set them on it wasn't just him, but obviously, he maybe was a catalyst to kind of their turnaround season, and yeah, obviously did really, really well for the team. But we're sitting in 5th at the moment. That's not too bad at all. So let's have a quick look at the schedule now and when I'll be joining you next time round. Obviously, I'm not going to play. I am going to play the next 3 games off camera, but I'm not going to come back for that game against Montreal because we've literally just played them. So, but the game after that, it'll be the game against Toronto, or do we do Columbus? Toronto or Columbus? I feel like. No, I'm going to go Toronto. We're going to go against the Canadian team, Toronto, because obviously they've got a very strong team, and it'll be interesting to kind of see how we do against them. And obviously we've got that game against Atlanta United there as well, which I might have to bring as the next live come after that rather than the one against New York. We have then got obviously the US Cup as well. Then we've also got Chicago. I've got to bring the live game against Chicago. It's that old rivalry. Hopefully we'll be able to get one over those. But anyway, guys, as I said, we'll probably join you next time round for the game against Toronto in May. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then don't forget to show your support by dropping a like on the video. I've been Just M1ke Plays, and I'll speak to you legends soon.